A company that has remained steadfast and kept to the right principles. A company headed toward the world with the right principles. A company that grows with its customers and shares generously. We are Atomy. Atomy, which has been growing ever since its establishment in 2009, achieved 1.9 trillion Korean won in global sales in 2020 and surpassed 15 million global members. Atomy's #1 goal of going beyond customer satisfaction to customer success continues to be a top priority to this day. Providing good quality products at reasonable prices. Atomy's competitiveness lies in the nature of its distribution. The absolute quality and absolute price product philosophy that Atomy has practiced since its inception is included in all of its products, including health functional foods, beauty, living, food, fashion, and home appliances. Hemohim, which has been the top seller in its industry for 6 consecutive years, has passed 1 trillion Korean won in total sales. It has gotten international patents in 6 countries, and in 2020, it got green certification and a patent that protects its functional compounds, which helps in discovering new functionalities. Thus, Hemohim is forging a unique new path for health functional food products. Absolute Cell Active Skincare has become one of the best-selling cosmetics in the industry, with sales of 100 billion Korean won every year since its launch. The Fame, another luxury cosmetic product reborn with upgraded ingredients and technology, is also loved by consumers as it reflects Atomy's product philosophy. Starting with the US branch in 2010, Atomy is a global company which opened 17 branches in Asia, South America, Oceania, Europe, etc., with 15 million members worldwide. In 2020, Atomy opened in China, Colombia, Hong Kong, and India. Plans are underway to open in Turkey, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, Brazil, France, etc. It is preparing to open 30 branches within 5 years. Atomy provides absolute quality and absolute price products to the world and is expanding its global sourcing global sales GSGS strategy through the Atomy Global Sales Network. Atomy's success system, which allows the company to directly run seminars and succeed regardless of individual ability, is the driving force behind Atomy's distinctive growth. The World Seminar is the next generation of distribution broadcasters, which presents Atomy's vision to members around the world, regardless of time and space. Entertainment and media, which converges business and culture. Product trials through augmented reality, extended reality, virtual tours, etc. Atomy presents a vision of a global success system that transcends time, riding the wave of the untapped era. In order to help partnering companies provide the best quality products, Atomy provides various support measures such as cash payment a week within delivery, interest-free operating funds, and a joint quality management system, and so on. These create a culture of accompanied growth in a virtuous cycle. Sharing is a mission that all companies must have. Atomy's executives, employees, partnering companies, and members all practice sharing together to improve the lives of everyone in society. Wherever sharing is needed around the world, global branches will be united and provide support for the happiness of all. A company that keeps to its principles and creates new distribution cultures. A company expanding globally with the trust of people around the world. A company that dreams of customer success beyond customer satisfaction. A company that cherishes the spirit. We are proud Atomy.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey. Wait, Mom.
So I'm Sales Master Edna, and I'm here to talk about Atomy spirulina. So what is spirulina? There's a lot of characteristics of spirulina, but I'm going to just give the most important two characteristics, which is first is it's the longest surviving micro blue-green freshwater algae. It's actually a bacteria called cyanobacteria, but a different form of bacteria because it makes its own food like plants. So like plants, it contains very high chlorophyll. And we know chlorophyll is a green pigment in plants that collects energy from sunlight and use that energy to make its own food through the process of photosynthesis, right? So we remember that in our high school biology. So chlorophyll is very important in terms of absorption of nutrients to our body. That's why spirulina has 95% absorption. And when they show it to malnourished children, when they take spirulina, they can actually recover immediately. So next is spirulina is the most nutritious superfood on earth. It says here, food of the future. Why? Because it contains 65 to 70% or 6 to 70% protein. And this actually protein is very digestible in the body. Why? Because unlike microorganisms, spirulina cells do not have cellulose walls. So which means the protein can easily digested by the body. So the body can readily absorb it. So it contains 60 different types of essential nutrients, as you can see there. So protein, carbohydrates, lipid, dietary fibers, vitamins, minerals. And you can see how many types of amino acid, 18 types, 15 types of fatty acids, 13 types of minerals, 12 types of vitamins, and 5 types of antioxidants. So you see, it's not only just normal, I believe, normal nutrients, but it's really very, it's not just ordinary, but very effective nutrients. Why? Because it's 6 times more protein and a good type of protein than eggs. 10 times more potassium than most fruits and vegetables. 6 times richer in iron than raw beef liver. I remember when I was young, my parents would always give us liver, fried liver, because I was anemic. So, and of course, 50 times more iron than spinach. 70 times more calcium than milk. So it's these super nutrients give spirulina a lot of benefits to our body. But I'm gonna mention few important benefits of spirulina. So as I mentioned, the 50 times more iron than spinach. So spirulina prevents anemia. So we know anemia is loss of blood. So it prevents anemia and purifies the blood. So the chlorophyll-rich spirulina actually is exceptionally high in iron. And this iron has actually is ionized iron. So the body can readily absorb it. So we know iron helps to prevent anemia, and chlorophyll actually is known as blood purifier and even excellent in cleansing liver. So we can share it to, parents who have teenagers, especially because, they started to have a monthly period, and they need to have a lot of iron. And also, yeah, to people who are anemic, and hemohim is really good for anemia, but, sometimes they can't afford to have hemohim, so give spirulina. Okay, so number 2, spirulina is a powerful antioxidant and has an anti-inflammatory effect. Okay, another component of spirulina is phycocyanin, which can protect the DNA and cells from oxidative damage. So actually, its phycocyanin can fight free radicals and stop the production of inflammatory signaling of molecules, and thus it provides antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. And that's why spirulina has a very good effect on skin. If you take spirulina, your skin will really look younger, because of, these pigments protect the cellular structure of the plants. So when we take these blue-green pigments, the same nutrients will be available to our skin. So it makes sure also that our skin is protected from dust, from bacteria, and UV rays from the sun. Okay, and we can take spirulina, the spirulina supplement, or we can also use that powder to put it mix it with mask, and you just apply it on your skin. So your skin will look really much younger, and also you see the tightening of your skin. Isn't it amazing to look like 20 years younger, right? Okay, number 3, it's very good for our vision. Again, there's a very important antioxidant that nourishes the retina of the eyes. It's called zeaxanthin, to protect eyes from UV rays damage and macular degeneration. I'm very scared of this macular degeneration because I work in a facility, senior facility, where few people have macular degeneration. One of them, I asked her how she have that disease, and she said it's just very sudden. Just one day she cannot see anymore. So it's like, you're legally blind. And another one, she said, gradually, she's losing her sight. And the scariest part is there's no cure for macular degeneration. So we really need this, kind of supplement. And spirulina is one of the top sources also of SOD. It's called superoxide dismutase. It's also a natural antioxidant enzyme. It works together with carotenoids to protect our eyes and prevents glaucoma and cataracts. All right. Okay, number 4, spirulina is a very powerful detoxifier that is sometimes, used as a natural water filter, keeping out lead and other, harmful toxins, mercury. The reason why it works is so well because it contains protein and the peptides that are particularly good at binding to the toxins and then excreting out to our body. And thus, since it's, good for detoxifier that make us lose weight, right? So it supports weight loss at the same time. And spirulina also has full of nutrients, but it only has 20 calories per tablespoon. And also contains amino acid called phenylalanine, which has also been linked to suppressing appetite. Okay, and lastly, good for environmental allergies, such as pollen, dog hair, grass. 2 grams a day to keep our eyes clear and nose from running. So I'm going to, I'm actually, you know, really taking spirulina already, but, you know, I'm gonna take more during springtime, added to Himohin and red ginseng. So isn't it worth it to take 2 capsules of spirulina every day, right? So it's very important to get the highest, you know, quality of spirulina, and ours is 100% pure spirulina, odor-free, plant-based capsules, and easy to take. Just 1 capsule for 2 times daily with water, and 1 bottle has 120 capsules. So for only $21.50, and also has 9,100 PV. Okay, ours is also comes from Clean Source, which is on Hawaii. That's why it's 100% pure spirulina. Okay, that's my sharing. Thank you.
Thank you for watching our video. Please do subscribe if you want to keep watching our videos, and do hit the notification bell so you'll get that notification right away.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my hair down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame?
Hello, Atomians! My name is Julie Kim, Cheryl's master, and welcome. I'd like to special welcome our Atomy Legends team members here today. Today we're going to be talking about the Synergy Ampule program plus the EP Skin Booster. Yes! All right, I'm very excited to give you some information about this. Do you have thirsty skin, wrinkles, and fine lines giving you a hard time? Can't solve your anti-aging skin puzzle? Who said skincare has to be complicated? Keep your skin hydrated and combat those fine lines and wrinkles, and let our high-efficiency products help you find the missing piece to your puzzle. Home beauty and home skincare has always been an interest, and it is especially on the rise as the pandemic crisis continues, and many are looking for ways to beautify their skin without being in contact with skincare shop or the spa or being with the esthetician, and avoid spending overloads of money. So Atomy has created another top grade product which sold over $1 million in just 1 month with this new product release recently in South Korea, and expected to be highly praised globally as it will be launched in the United States in January 2021, expected, and onto other branches as well next year. So put your best face forward with this high-performance skincare. Woo! We call this a special program to give you a miraculous change within 4 weeks of this program. This is called Synergy Ampule Program plus EP Skin Booster. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the virtual tour guide of this new product. So before I go on, I would like to notify you that all of these PowerPoint slides will be 90% in Korean due to the fact that Atomy has not released the English PowerPoint yet. Therefore, I studied and translated these in English to give you product presentation as best as possible without any resources in English. So bear with me. I also translated some of the keywords on the slides to help you catch the core concept of these products. So don't worry about the letters, the characters that are on here, since I will explain them as I go along. But please try to understand the concept instead of the details. All right? So you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Okay, this is a special intensive care to really enhance anti-aging for those who are wanting to find the youthful skin. Yes, who doesn't want to be younger, right? For those who want dull-looking skin, it's going to turn into lighter skin, brighter skin complexion with luminous appearance, Voila, here it is. Here are the 4 premium products in the set, which are different kinds of ampules, as you can see. First of all, why ampule? What is an ampule, right? Ampules are basically a potent concentration of specific ingredients meant to achieve specific function. Yes, ampule is generally much more powerful than a moisturizer, such as lotion, because it is concentrated but somewhat formed like essence and serum. The popular benefit it focuses around anti-aging. Yes, that's all what we want. Many markets with ampules are skyrocketing, especially in Korea and other parts of the world, in Asia and other countries. Therefore, Atomy is definitely following the consumer's trends. This program consists 4 prestige ampules. First, code 0, Advanced Hydration. Code 1, Vita Luminous. Code 2, 24K Gold Infusion. Code 3, Miracle Rejuvenating. Many people have wondered, how come it starts with 0, not 1? Why not make it 1 through 4? There is a reason, yes. When your skin is at its negative condition, this code 0, the very first one called Advanced Hydration Ampule, it will focus on balancing and restoring the skin's resilience with abundance in hydration and elasticity. That way, the skin will allow higher absorption and activate the functions within the skin. There is a reason why we call this synergy ampule. Yes, because what does synergy mean? It's an interaction of 2 ampules, 2 specific products. Okay, in this case, the core ampule and the active ampule, they're combined to create a greater effect than their sum of their separate effects. Not only these ampules, but when you use these along with other skincare line from Atomy, you're able to obtain enormous benefits. Each ampule consists of an active ampule that's inside the cap, and the core ampule, that is the base that is inside the bottle, as you can see on the slide. And they're designed to be mixed just before use. Why are they in this format, you ask? Good question. These contain high-function ingredients that are unstable alone. Change in appearance can happen with these ingredients, or it might not be as fully active. So not as fully active, meaning, for example, if the ingredients are at 1,000 milligrams per se, after 5 or 6 months, what's going to happen? It's going to be only effective of 500 milligrams. Therefore, Atomy has to design the packaging in a way so you can mix whenever you're ready to use them for that week by mixing the powder form and the active ampule, the core ampule, together when you're ready to use them. What you see in the bottle will be the core, and inside the cap is the active ampule. These 2 will combine when you push the cap to mix those 2 components to activate the ingredients.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday afternoon product presentation, hosted by myself, Nick, and Novelette Brian. Welcome to everyone. So with any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get our presentation started. So I'm going to introduce Ms. Novelette Brian, who is going to educate and specify everyone about Atomy products. All right, you have the stage.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for, again, as I said, making yourself available to spend some time with us today to learn about the wonderful products that Atomy has to offer to everyone. I see there's 13 individuals on here today. Some are probably new, some have already used the products, and some maybe not. But today I wanted to, again, our number one selling product worldwide. I think it's a product we need to really spend time on, especially with what is going on now worldwide with this virus. And so that we have a better understanding of HemoHeme, what it does for the body, how it helps the immune system. And also, I'm going to also show a video. So there were 2 videos today. And I think it is necessary. Typically, I don't do that many videos, but I wanted to do that today so we can also fully understand our immune system and what our immune system truly does for us. Because our immune system is our best line of defense. When it comes down to whatever it is, whatever man-made vaccine they have out there, we have an immune system that works perfectly if we give it what it needs. Too many people are dying. Too many people are going down with this, and no one is taking the time to educate people on your body, on your immune system, and what it can do for you. So, you know, I'm not here to judge anyone if you choose to do the vaccine, but know that God created our immune system to protect us from any and every virus. If we give our body what it needs, it will do the job. And if you have an immune system that is functioning at full capacity, you do not need anything to activate it, to give it a kickstart. And another thing I want to touch on before I get in, they're talking about the asymptomatic COVID cases. And that just basically means your immune system did the job. That is why they're finding the antibodies in your test. When you're tested, you somehow contracted it and you didn't even know because your immune system did its job. You didn't even know you had the virus. So guys, HemoHeme is, in my opinion, the best product for such a time as this. And I am grateful that it came into my life and that I have the opportunity to share and educate on what it can do for our body. So I'm going to start off with a very educational video on it. Nick, I'll let you go for it and play. And guys, have pen and paper because there's a lot of information in this video.
Okay, great. Let me know if I'm playing the right one because I know you sent me 2. So
The last one first. The one on HemoHeme itself.
okay. This one, right?
Yes.
Hi, today we're going to talk about HemoHeme, the US patents that it holds, and go through some studies on the health benefits. HemoHeme can benefit people's health in a variety of ways, as you can see here, and the studies that we'll look at a little bit later will talk about many of these. HemoHeme was developed by the South Korean government to aid the immune systems and general health of their nuclear scientists who are being exposed to a lot of radiation. Radiation is one of the things that can have a very detrimental effect on your immune system. And these are the proprietary ingredients that HemoHeme is made up of. And what these ingredients do is they help to activate natural killer or NK cells. These are the cells that go out and directly destroy the harmful cells and pathogens in the body. It activates your other immune cells and creates cytokine, which helps regulate the immune response. There's a list of patents here from different countries in the world, but if you take a look at the one on the bottom there for the USA and that number and punch it into the Patent Office website, you will be able to pull up all the patent information about HemoHim as well as the what it's used for. And there's some highlights of them here just displayed that you can dig into at the patent office itself. But the main things here to look at here are how it helps with the immune system. HemoHim activates natural killer cells. These immune cells recognize and kill the cells of someone's body that have been infected with a pathogen. It also activates the B cells. These are the white blood cells and produce proteins called antibodies that bind selectively to antigens. Finally, HemoHim also activates your T cells, another white blood cell. These ones recognize antigens and substances that prompt an immune response.
Inside all of us lurks a serial killer. A killer whose primary function is to kill and then kill again. These are cytotoxic T cells, a specialized member of our white blood cells. They patrol our bodies, identifying and destroying virally infected and cancer cells. And they do so with remarkable precision and efficiency. There are about 5 million T cells in a teaspoon of our blood, engaged in the ferocious and unrelenting battle to keep us healthy. These amorphous blobs move around quite rapidly, pushing out their leading edge and probing their environment as they go. When a cytotoxic T cell finds a cancer cell, membrane protrusions rapidly explore the surface of the cell, checking for the telltale signs of cancer. They kill their targets using poisonous proteins visible here in red. These cytotoxic granules move down special pathways in the cell called microtubules to the interface between the T cell and the cancer cell. The T cell punctures the surface of the cancer cell and delivers its deadly cytotoxins. This is very important in our bodies, where cells are packed together, as it focuses the lethal hit on the target and minimizes collateral damage to the neighboring healthy cells. The fate of the cancer cell is sealed. The T cell then moves on, hungry to find another victim.
Now, if you go to the National Library of Medicine, located at pubmed.gov, the address is located in the upper left. Type in the word HemoHim. There will be 16 results of different studies that have been done on HemoHim on a variety of things that we're all going to go through here in a moment. Now, I'm going to give a quick summary of each of the studies, but feel free to pause the screen if you want to read a little bit more information, or if you really want to get a lot of information, this is where you're going to want to go. So with that, let's take a look at the first study here briefly. This is a study done that shows the potential to treat pulmonary inflammatory diseases such as COPD. These are things that are becoming more and more prevalent in society. Usually they require people to have like a CPAP machine and other medications to help them breathe properly. Another one is a study on how it can mediate dendritic cells. This helps with your immune response. Another cell, again, that modulates immune cell activity and cytokine secretion. So again, that's helping to boost the immune system's effectiveness. An anti-inflammatory effect. This affects a lot of different types of inflammation that might occur throughout the body that's pretty prevalent as a result of allergies, diseases, bad diets, things like that. Radiotherapy, chemotherapy, these types of radiation treatments that are used on cancer patients. So just like those South Korean scientists, even though they're treating cancer, it's still it's harmful to the immune system in general. So anything that can help benefit and help sustain the immune system for treatments like these is great. For diabetics, when you think about the pancreatic beta cells, that's what that funny B means, is beta. It's been shown to have the potential to lower glucose and modulate the immune agents there. When we talk about chemotherapy and the anti-tumor effects of what chemotherapy can do, it can also help be beneficial to that and enhance that efficiency. If you or just know somebody that has gastritis or suffers from gastric ulcers, which are very painful, Hemohim has been shown to be a potential candidate to treat that. As we age, as mammals age, just like these mice here, the immune system ages as well, just like everything else, and it's not as effective as it once was, not as strong, not as robust. Hemohim has been shown to help restore aged and impaired immune systems in mice, therefore should be efficacious for humans as well. Another one on radiotherapy and enhancing the efficacy against tumors. This one here covers the prevention and treatment of polycystic ovaries syndrome. So another good one that if you have concern about that, to dig into those details. Intestinal injury can occur following irradiation. So again, this is another, usually you're going to encounter this these days with chemotherapy and radiotherapy. So, anything that can help reduce that intestinal injury helps with the digestive system as a result. Allergic airway inflammation, another one very prevalent with people who have allergies, asthma, especially asthma triggered by allergies. That's all going to cause inflammation within your airways. Makes it difficult to breathe. This one here is going to look at the immune response and how it's going to be regulated better by the use of Hemohim. Another study, this one's on anti-obesity agent and being able to have some treatment in obesity there. That would be a good study to take a look at if that interests you. And finally, another one here where it's beneficial for anti-cancer treatments and to help with reducing adverse effects of those treatments. So definitely another one to take a look at if that interests you as well. So Hemohim itself is only available to the general public through the Atomy online store. There might be some places that are selling it at a marked up price, but the issue with that is it's just resellers and they may not even have the general product or the genuine product, and they also may not support their sales as Atomy will. So the easiest way to get to Atomy is to get a sponsorship for people like us. There's our contact information up there. We can help you get registered with the free account. That then allows you to log right onto the website or through the app, be able to order Hemohim directly from Atomy. You're always certain that you're going to get the genuine product.
So guys, so that's some of the scientific research that is available on Hemohim. And as I said, at the end of the day, our immune system is the best response to what is going on. So I have one more video that I wanted to show, and that's basically covering how your immune system works. How does it go forward and protect you when there is an invasion in your body? So you can play the next one.
The most complex biological system we know after the human brain, and yet most of us never learn how it works or what it is. Your immune system consists of hundreds of tiny and 2 large organs. It has its own transport network spread throughout your body. Every day, it makes hundreds of billions of fresh cells organized like an army with soldiers, captains, intelligence officers, heavy weapons, and crazy suicide bombers. It's not some sort of abstract entity. Your immune system is you. Your biology protecting you from the billions of microorganisms that want to consume you and from your own perverted cells that turn into cancer. It's so manifold that it's impossible to cover in one video, so we'll make a series looking at different aspects of it. Today, what happens when your body is invaded and your first lines of defenses are engaged in a fight for life and death?
stop spending so much on Apple.
It's been a normal day when suddenly the world explodes and an asteroid rips the sky open. Countless alien life forms invade, ready to destroy cities and infrastructure and eat civilians. Or this is what your cells experience. You look at your bleeding thumb that you just cut on a dirty twig in the park. How annoying. But inside the wound, a horrible catastrophe has happened. There are dead cells and blood and dirt everywhere. Even worse, countless bacteria invade the warm caverns between your helpless cells to explore their new home, steal your resources, and poop everywhere. Immediately, the first stage of your defense kicks in. The cells that survived the impact or are hurt or dying scream in panic, releasing an onslaught of chemical alarm signals that awaken your immune system. The first cells to show up are macrophages. If an average cell were the size of a human, a macrophage would be the size of a black rhino. A stoic cell in principle, but you wouldn't want to annoy it. Bacteria do annoy them. Within seconds, the large cells attack and begin killing them without mercy. They stretch out parts like the arms of an octopus and grab the bacteria to swallow them whole and digest them alive. A macrophage can eat 100 bacteria before it's exhausted. But there are too many enemies, so the macrophages call for reinforcements. In your blood, hundreds of thousands of neutrophils pick up their signals and move to the battlefield. Neutrophils are intense suicide warriors that only live to kill. They're so enthusiastic about killing that they kill themselves a few days after birth so they don't have time to accidentally destroy your body from the inside. As soon as neutrophils arrive, they begin vomiting deadly chemicals at bacteria or devour them. They are so careless in their attacks that they are causing real damage to your own cells, but collateral damage is not their concern now. Or ever. Some neutrophils go so far to push their suicide button and explode, casting wide and toxic nets made from their own DNA filled with deadly chemicals that trap and kill bacteria. Sometimes they can continue fighting after that, even though they're sort of dead already. This is how much fun they have killing. While the battle rages, your blood vessels let fluid stream into the battlefield like a dam opening up towards a valley. You notice this as inflammation. Your thumb swells up a little and gets red and warm. The fluid brings a silent killer into the battle zone, millions of complement proteins. A sort of automated liquid weapon that stuns and kills bacteria by ripping holes into them. We made a whole video explaining them in detail. We're reaching a crossroad now. If things go well, your first line of defense kills the invaders quickly. But sometimes, the enemies are too strong and would overwhelm your defenses eventually, which means certain death for you, the human. This is the hour of the dendritic cell, your immune system's intelligence officer. While your soldiers were bashing in heads, it was collecting samples by ripping bacteria into tiny parts and covering itself in it. Like a soldier decorating itself in the guts of a dead enemy. The cell leaves the battlefield and enters the superhighway of your immune system that connects all your tissues with your immune headquarters, your lymph nodes. The dendritic cell coming from the battlefield is looking for a helper T cell, which is a sort of all-purpose commander cell within your immune army. But not any helper T cell, one that happens to have just the right weapon for the bacteria that infected your wound. So it goes around and rubs itself, still covered in bacteria parts, against every helper T cell it meets. Most T cells are a bit disgusted and not interested, but after a few hours, something clicks. A helper T cell recognizes the bacteria parts. This cell is the weapon that's needed right now. The dendritic cell is overjoyed and activates the helper T cell. Okay, wait. How come your immune system has a cell that has a weapon against the specific bacteria that infected you? Well, your immune system has a perfect weapon against every possible disease in the universe, against the Black Death, the coronavirus, or an infection that will emerge in 100 years on Mars. We'll talk about this a bit more in the next video because it's very complex. So for now, just know that you have billions of unique helper T cells that each have weapons against every possible enemy. After the right T cell is activated, your second line of defense awakes and rises like a teenager that needs to get up on a school day, very slowly. Your heavy weapons are incredibly effective, but they're not fast. The activated helper T cell begins to clone itself over and over again. 1 becomes 2, 2 become 4, until there are thousands of them. Now they split into 2 groups. The first group quickly moves to help out your soldiers. At the battlefield, things are getting out of hand. A tired macrophage is ready to give up. After fighting for days, it just wants to go to sleep, like many of its buddies have done already. But now the helper T cells arrive. One of them comes to the tired macrophage and whispers something using special chemical signals. In a heartbeat, the demoralized soldier feels fresh again. But there's something else, a hot, white anger. The macrophage knows what it needs to do. Kill. Invigorated, it throws itself against the enemies once again. All over the battlefield, this begins to happen. Meanwhile, the second group of helper T cells was working on activating another line of defense, B cells, your antibody factories. Antibodies are protein superweapons that look like tiny crabs with 2 pincers to grab enemies. Just like the helper T cells, there are B cells in your body that are able to make just the right antibodies for every possible enemy. And the helper T cell is looking for exactly these B cells. After a day or 2, the right B cell is found and begins to clone itself. As soon as enough clones have been made, each B cell begins pumping out up to 2,000 antibodies per second. About a week after you injured yourself and bacteria invaded, your second line of defense finally arrives in full force. The tiny army begins to saturate the battlefield, pinching and stunning desperate bacteria. The antibodies clump them together and make them unable to move or fight, while your soldiers massacre the defenseless victims. The tide is turning fast. As the last enemies are cleaned up, your soldiers realize they are no longer needed and begin to kill themselves to save resources. But not all of them. A few helper T cells remain and turn into memory cells. They will guard the tissue for years, making sure the same bacteria will never again gain a foothold here. Similarly, a few B cells will stay alive and keep producing a low amount of antibodies, making you immune against this bacteria, maybe for the rest of your life. One day you wake up and notice that the wound has grown over and left nothing but a faint red mark. You were completely unaware of the drama your cells had to deal with. For you, the whole ordeal was a slight annoyance, while for millions of cells, it was a desperate fight for life and death. But this is just the beginning of the epic story that unfolds inside you every day and is told in full in Immune, a journey into the mysterious system that keeps you alive, written by Philipp Detmer, the founder and head writer of Kurzgesagt. The book is a beautifully illustrated deep dive into the immune system, the most important thing you don't know enough about.
Okay, so guys, that is how our immune system works. It's almost like you're watching a movie when you watch that video. So as we help our immune system by putting in Emoheme, which helps to build all these healthy T cells and the natural killer cells and the B cells, our immune system will go forward and defend us. As I said, some people will not know that they had the virus. You won't even know, you're walking around perfectly fine, but your immune system is going forward and doing what it's supposed to do. So again, as I always say, we have the products to build that immune system, and Emoheme is the best line of defense to help your immune system to do the job to protect you, so you can continue to be healthy. Now, also, I wanted to touch on our vitamin C as well, how it helps us. Sorry, guys. Things not seem to be working today. I'm having a slight problem here getting my PowerPoint up to share. And as we saw there with hemoheme, based on the scientific research on it, how it can help your immune system, and the studies are out there for you to do further research on it if you want to learn more. So let's go to my presentation. Nope. So we've already covered hemoheme, but I also wanted to touch on your immune system. This is your immune system right here. Everything that you see here comprises of your immune system. So as we lose our appendix, which they tell us it's not important, it does not serve any purpose, or our tonsils that we can do without, we notice that we're losing a fraction of our immune system. So imagine one person having their appendix gone and their tonsils gone, or even your lymphatic system gone. You are going to be more susceptible to whatever is out there. So someone like that would most definitely need to be on supplement on a continuous basis. If you lose one of these here, you definitely need to be on a supplement that is going to continue to kickstart your immune system. You will not be able to do that on your own. So we have the products, as I say, utilize it. And then the next product we have is our Color Food Vitamin C. And vitamin C also stand an excellent role in building that immune system as well. As it shows here, it's called Color Food Vitamin C for this reason here. We have 5 different color food groups. And how many of us really does eat all this amount of food in one particular day? The white group is garlic, onion, pear. The black is black bean, dry seaweed, black sesame, green, broccoli, mugwort, sesame, and the red is strawberry, pomegranate, tomato, and the yellow is mango, tangerine, pumpkin, psyllium, lintus, and turmeric, which is excellent for the body. But why do we need vitamin C? It says vitamin C may reduce the risk of chronic disease. It also may help with blood pressure issue, which we know so many people are on blood pressure medication, almost everyone you meet. It may reduce the blood uric acid levels and help to prevent gout. And we know lots and lots of individuals have gout also. It also helps to prevent iron deficiency, because your body does not will not be able to absorb iron without vitamin C. So if you're not eating the fruits that comes with a lot of vitamin C in it, and even if you do, the food that we're eating now is deficient in the nutrients compared to, as an article say, back in the 1940s. Compared to now and back then, it says, I wasn't planning on reading it. Oh, I can't find it. That back in the 1940s, what you're eating now, you would have to eat, I think, about 8 bowls of that same fruit to get the nutrients from it now in this time that we're living in. So even if you're eating a lot of fruits, you still need to supplement. So as it says here, it helps to maintain cognitive tissue formation, help to protect your cells from free radicals. So we have this excellent product here. And not only does this vitamin C helps with that, it also helps to energize the body, because it helps to slightly alkalize the body as well. So for some, I shared it with someone. I did not have the hemoheme at the time on me, and I just gave her 2 sticks of our wonderful Color Food Vitamin C. And the next morning she called me to let me know she was so energized. She could not believe a vitamin C could do that for her. So this product works along with HemoHeme to help to kickstart your immune system and get it going so you will stay healthy. The next product I wanted to cover here also is our Finezyme. Now, this is the one product we have that we would say you eat after a meal. And this helps to aid in digestion. As it says here, help to boost nutrient absorption and digestion. Now, your gut is also a part of your immune system. So if you're not digesting, breaking down the food so your body can absorb it, and it's sitting there building up in there, that's also going to help to also cause issues later on in your body. And as they say, that starts in the colon. So you want to be able to digest your food, break it down so your body can absorb the nutrients that comes from the food and then get rid of the trash. So Finezyme will do that for you. It is it contains 3 vitamins essential for energy. It contains 30% fresh pineapple, and it does taste like pineapple, guys. It also comes just like the vitamin C, and it has 6 kind of digestive enzymes also, which is excellent. So it shows you here, and it talks about the B1, which absorb and of carbohydrates, and the biotin, which also helps to digestion of fat, carbohydrates, and protein, and the pantothenic acid, which helps again with fat, carbohydrates, and protein. So wonderful product here to help you to maintain a healthy digestive system as well. And I'm just focusing on the products that's going to help us to stay healthy, to help that immune system going. Because they say that starts in the colon. So you want to make sure you don't have anything backing up in the colon. If your colon is backed up, your immune system is also in trouble. So we have Finezyme here, and we also have probiotics as well. And a lot of us have bad bacteria going on in our gut as well. As I mentioned, the gut is a part of the immune system. So you want to make sure you have the good bacteria going in your system. And our probiotics comes with prebiotics and the probiotics. If you're taking a probiotic that does not have the prebiotics in it, more than likely it's not working. And another way you can also tell if your probiotics is working is you can also put it in some pudding and mix it. And if it turns to liquid right away where it just pours right out, you know it's doing the job also. So probiotics is good. And if you're someone that's been on a lot of antibiotics, your immune system, more than likely you already have those bad bacteria, way too many in your gut. And it's going to help also to keep you regular, to keep you moving. As you share, you'll hear the testimonies back where I'm more regular. So there goes, you know, you use the HemoHeme along with the Finezyme and the probiotics, and of course that vitamin C, because you want to make sure, I always share HemoHeme and vitamin C together. So that there will go on the products that is going to aid with your immune system. And then I think I have the liver here, because our liver also plays a role in our health, staying healthy, because the liver now has to process out all that toxicity that comes in the body. Oh, sorry, guys. Yes, here we go. So we also have milk thistle. That, let's make this bigger. that cleanses the liver. We want to have a healthy liver also. And unfortunately, we do not know, there's no early detection for liver damage. It is said that they cannot tell until you're at 80% damage. And if you are on a lot of prescription drugs, a lot of antibiotics, and based on your diet, you eat a lot of red meat, you drink a lot of soda, Gatorade, all that stuff, and you're about the age 40 and above and you've not done a liver cleanse, I would say it's time to do so, because prevention is better than trying to restore your health. Restoration is a long, hard, tedious process. And our milk thistle it's milk thistle and rhodiola. Rhodiola is also a liver cleanser. So you have two products there in one. And all our supplements also come as a 3-month supply. And the liver is the largest organ in your body, and it does a lot of work to keep you alive. So you want to make sure it's functioning properly. And it shows it has the milk thistle, the rhodiola. It also consists of vitamin B1, 2, B6, and the pantothenic acid as well. And this basically just showing you some testing that was done on our, as it's saying here, rhodiola is pineal plant that grows in Korea, over in Asia. So our milk thistle is extremely potent, and as it says, it's upgraded, also consists of broccoli, turmeric, and all these wonderful other information that is here. And then we also have our Alaska omega-3. So now I'm done with the whole immune system, but omega-3 is also good for our health, because a lot of individuals are coming down with cholesterol issues as well. That's a big thing here. Blockage, heart blockage, blood clot, you name it. Our omega-3, as you see how small it is there, guys, it's actually that small. It's not the big giant size that you normally have to take. And also, when you take it, you don't have, when you burp, that fishy, nasty aftertaste coming back. But this product is great to help to break down cholesterol buildup in your body. There are videos on YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet, that they use the styrofoam and they will pour our small capsule of omega-3 on the styrofoam and the giant size omega-3. And Atomy omega-3 starts to break down that styrofoam in no time at all. And the reason basically why they use the styrofoam is because it's somewhat, they say, the same consistency as that buildup in the cholesterol buildup in the body. It works. It does wonders for your body. As it says, the good fat, we want to have the good fat in our bodies because it protects the vein due to the lack of intestinal issue, liquid. So it's you don't want that bad animal fat buildup in your body. And ours is eye purification technology. So anyone that has cholesterol issue, that's the product for you to use. And then we have, I'm going to cover the plant and calcium last. We have our wonderful plant calcium that is great. Now, I would say calcium is great for us ladies, especially if you've had kids. In the US, a lot of bone density issue, osteoporosis issue with ladies, because a lot of times as we have kids and we give birth, guys, they take a lot from our bodies. And I know where I'm from in the Caribbean, I always hear, the older folks say, when you have a child, then you have to take time to build that body up, put everything back in that baby takes away from you. But I don't think that's pushed much here. So ladies tend to have a lot of health issues later on, especially if they've had 2, 3, 4 kids and not do a total rebuild of the body. This supplement here is going to take care of it. It shows the calcium, the magnesium. Let me go over to show you. It's plant-based, whole food seaweed, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, all, and it has the halal, which is also for the Muslim. So you don't, if you're a total vegan, you don't have to worry, because anything that has a halal on it, you know, it cannot have pork and any meat or anything like that in there. So let's go. So this is what it consists of, but let me break it down. And it's harvested from, so it's from seaweed, as I said, 100% seaweed calcium. Compared to most of the calcium on the market is made from grind up bones, which our bodies cannot process. So this one have the magnesium, which is a cofactor and enzyme. It plays a role in active transport of calcium in the body. Then we have the vitamin D, which helps to absorb calcium. And as it says here, the body needs vitamin D to absorb calcium. Without enough vitamin D, one can't form enough. So this is where it comes in. Then you have the vitamin K. It's a group of fatty soluble vitamin that's known to play a role in blood clotting and bone metabolism. And it shows you, you know, the spinach, kale, and all that it comprised of. Then we have the zinc and the copper, which helps to fight off invading bacteria and viruses. So this also helps your immune system as well, and also helps zinc to make protein and DNA. And then the copper is essential mineral involved in energy production, iron metabolism, and cognitive tissue formation and brain development. So this, oops. And then the last two, which was bromine, that's associated with beneficial effects on such function as reproduction and development, calcium metabolism, and bone formation, and so forth. So, and it says who is needed? Men 19 to 70, women 19 to 50 and up. So we need it. If you're not, a lot of people rely on milk to get calcium, but that's not the best source for calcium, because our body needs it more from nature. That's the best form of any supplement, because your body's going to absorb that naturally, because we were created for that. So here we have a calcium that is excellent for the body. And we've had lots of testimonies. I've had, you know, people that talk about they were having cramping and issues with their joints and all that, that's now using this product and it's getting wonderful, wonderful results from it. All our products, there's always testimonies on it. So I'm going to stop here today. And if anyone have any questions, and I would like to hear some testimonies today, if any, maybe about two, if anyone has any to share also. So let me stop sharing, Nick.
All right, so everyone could go ahead and unmute themselves or raise their hand, and we can go ahead and take anyone who has any testimonials. We can go ahead and start with that, and then for any questions for Novelet on the products that we covered today.
Or even if it's not on what we covered today.
Yeah.
I just don't want to keep any, you know. Any questions at all?
No, yes, great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Someone else, go ahead.
Yes, I have a question about the thing you said is good to clean the liver. Does that thing can use for kidney too?
No, milk thistle is just for the liver, but amazingly, hemoheme will help with that as well, because we've had testimonies with hemoheme, just hemoheme, because it detoxes the entire body.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Does anyone have a testimony they would like to share?
Excuse me, I have a question. What product can help with someone who have hypothyroid?
That would be hemoheme.
Okay, thank you.
Hypro, either way, yes, it's hemoheme.
So they have to stay on the hemoheme.
Well, all natural products take time. So it's not going to be just one box and your problem is solved. And remember, Hemoheme doesn't heal. It just enables the body by cleansing the body, cleaning up your body and removing the contaminants so your body can then take over and heal itself. So with any health issue, it takes time because it's a process. As your body is cleansed slowly, and of course, changing the diet. It's always about changing the diet, because if you continue to do the same thing you were doing that brought the issue on, it's going to come back no matter what. So as you take the Hemoheme and it detoxes the body and cleanses the body along with the vitamin C and the other supplements that we have, drink lots of water, change the lifestyle, exercise, do more active things. The body will do what it was created to do by God, which is heal itself.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I got a remark from Miss Lisette. She said, excellent presentation, Novelet.
Thank you. Does anybody have a testimony they want to share before we go on any of the products?
Question.
Yes.
I have a problem with my my feet, numbing and severe cramps in my feet. And now it reached at a point where I'm having problems to stand.
You're having problems with what? I'm sorry?
So severe in my ankle.
Okay. Are you diabetic?
No.
Okay.
I don't know that. I did some blood work earlier since here, so I don't know if anything acted up since then.
Okay.
The test was okay, but I have a thyroid problem and a fibroid problem, so that's the problem I know I have health-wise.
Okay. I know Hemoheme will help if it's the numbness, if it's from circulation. And thank you, Miss Joy. Also, as she mentioned, ginseng, which I was also going to cover, also will help with that. But also, how is your water intake? How much water do you drink?
Well, I cut down on my water intake because I noticed that when I drink a lot of water, I get up several times for the night. Several times.
Okay, so water is the main ingredient when it comes to your health. I tell people the only thing that is more important after God is the fresh air that we breathe, and then water. Water helps to flushes the body. Water helps to transport the blood. Water helps to do everything in your body. So what you can do is start drinking your water a lot earlier so you can get in the amount that you need throughout the day, and then cut off at a certain time so you're not going to the bathroom 4 and 5 and 6 times a night. But if someone is not getting a lot of water into their body and you're chronically dehydrated, it doesn't matter what supplement you put in, you are not going to recover, because water is the transporter of everything that you put into your body, into your cells. So for minimal hydration, they say it's half your body weight in ounces. So whatever you weigh, whatever your number is, you divide it by 2, and you try to get that in daily for minimal hydration. I've not spoken to anyone that did not step up on their water and then continue with the supplements and not see a drastic result in their body. Because chronic dehydration brings on a lot of health issues, because water is like gasoline to a car. So you got to get the water in for restoration as well. It's not just the supplement. You got to have water as well. Because sometimes cramping can be dehydration. So, and then you could also have circulation issue going as well. So as you use the supplements, also step up your water intake and just start your water drinking earlier. Whatever time, if you get up early, you start drinking.
Okay.
And you're going to go to the bathroom as you drink the water in the beginning, because that's how your body flushes itself as well. As you drink the water, it's flushing. But hemoheme and lots of water. And vitamin C, and as Miss Joy mentioned, the ginseng as well. Very good. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else before we go? There's no one that have a testimony they wanted to share? I didn't ask anyone to share today, particularly.
I've been using the toothpaste, not only to brush my teeth, but I use it on my face. I can see how it make my face clean, and everybody asks me what I'm using. I only put the toothpaste on my face at night, and it really clean up my face.
Thank you for that. I've heard that before. I've not tried the toothpaste, but I've heard testimonies on it.
Me too.
It's good for pain too. Like if something is hurting and I use it, the pain go away.
Yes, it's good for burn. So yes, guys, it's not just for brushing, because a lot of the wound care products on the market has propolis in it. And our toothpaste has a very high concentration of propolis in it. So that's why you can also use it for wound care. I wouldn't put it on an open wound because I tried that. It burns really bad. But if you have a burn, or as she mentioned, other things you can use it on. You can also use the hemoheme topically as well. So.
Yeah, you can just put it like on the toothpaste on like scratches and stuff. But that would help. I did it once already where I had like a little scratch and it was really hurting really bad. Before I went to bed one night, I said it to put the toothpaste on it. But by the time I got up the next morning, I was like, where did the mark go? I don't feel it anymore. I don't see it anymore. So it does really have a miracle. It's already a miracle. The toothpaste is a miracle worker.
Okay. Any other question or comments before we go?
Yeah.
I guess not.
Ms. Joyce said
Great presentation, Miss Noblet, as usual. Thanks to you and Nick for putting this together.
Thank you, Ms.
Wonderful.
Joy.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Joy.
I would like to know when you will have another meeting like this, please, like product presentation.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Yeah. We have it every Sunday at 5 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
We do have a special guest next Sunday. So make sure and invite.
Well, we're hoping. We're hoping she will. She's going to confirm.
We're hoping.
Thanks. I would like to do our the whole beauty line next week, because that's an area we don't normally touch on. I'm inviting Miss Kimchi. Hopefully she will. So far she said yes, but she's going to double check to come in and cover the whole beauty spectrum of our product line for us. She does an excellent job. I'm not going to try to do that because that's not my strength with the skincare. I know the skincare, but she does a better job covering the skincare, the whole beauty line. So that's my hope for next week, that she will be able to join us next week and educate you all on. Then you can come with all your questions on the different beauty line, whatever questions you might have on the products. And guys, just remember, because I've had people ask me, are these products, can work on black skin? We're all the same. It's just different color. The skin, we're all created exactly the same way. So all the products work. I use the products just the same. The only products I would say you have to be more wary of is the hair care, because black hair care needs products with a lot of moisture, while for white and Asian, they need product that's going to remove the oil. But so that's the only one. But when it comes to the skincare, any of the beauty products, guys, they work for us all. We're all the same, except that the color is different. So the product works for every single individual, male, female alike. So hopefully she'll be here next Sunday and she's going to do an awesome job.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. We will go ahead and end the session here and see you guys.
Thank you, guys.